I'm going to show you guys how to test the chemistry. So first thing you want to do is find your Taylor test kit, which looks like this. It should be in your pump room or your guard room next to your guard book. So we are going to start with the chlorine. So all of the chlorine reagents that you need are yellow. So you need your DPD powder, which looks like this. It has a yellow top with a blue spoon. And then you want your R0871, which is brown with a yellow top. It's really important that you make sure you have the right reagents and that you're using the correct things to be able to test the chlorine correctly. The other thing you need is your comparator tube. It looks like this. It has a small side and a large side. We are only going to use the large side for both the chlorine and the pH. Alright, so now to actually test our chlorine, the first thing you're going to do is tip your comparator tube upside down. Then you're going to go elbow deep in the water, flip it right side up, and then pull it out once it's full with water. So, I'm tipping it upside down, elbow deep, flipping it right side up, letting it fill up with water, and then I'm pulling it out. We want to make sure that we go at least 12 inches deep into the water because we don't want to test any rainwater or surface water because that could give us inaccurate readings for our chlorine. So now that you have water in your comparator tube, you're going to knock the water out until it gets to the bottom line, which is the 10 milliliter mark. So I'm just going to tilt the water out until I get perfectly at that bottom line. So it's just a little bit of water in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my R0870, which is the DPD powder. I'm going to take my blue spoon and I'm going to add 2 level scoops of this powder. So it's a white powder and I'm just going to add 2 level scoops. So 1, 2. And then I'm just going to tip the excess off into the comparator tube. So now you can see that our solution has turned pink. That's really good news because that means that there is chlorine in the water. If your solution does not turn pink after you add the DPD powder, that means that there's no chlorine in your pool and you should call a supervisor and let us know that so we can help you. So now you're going to take your R871, and that's the brown with the yellow lid again, and you're going to add drops until your solution turns from pink to clear. So you're going to count the number of drops and you're going to hold it straight above the comparator tube like this, and you're going to drop 1 drop and then swirl, drop, swirl, drop, swirl until your solution goes from pink to clear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now you can see that our solution is perfectly clear, and that's exactly what you want. You want no pink anymore in the solution. So I counted 14 drops. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the number of drops that I got by 2 to get our accurate chlorine reading. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7, which means our chlorine is 7 parts per million. If you're bad at math, then it's perfectly okay to count by 0.5. So you would go, as you're counting your drops, you could go 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. It's just up to you. I always count the number of drops and I just divide by 2. So 14 drops equals 7 parts per million. Ideally, we want our chlorine to be between a 4 and a 6. So we got a 7, which is a little bit higher, but it's still within the adequate range for the health department, which would be a 2 to a 10. So now you can just dump your chlorine solution into the pool and make sure you rinse your comparator tube out really well. And that is all for the chlorine. If your parameters are ever, or if your chlorine level is ever outside the parameters, call a supervisor and let us know. That way we can help you.